I can hear you and there's no echo.
Good.
Thank you very much.
We are live. We and my cup of tea. Hello, we are the Mad Scientists. This is Mad Frankie, me. This is Violet Igor over there. And together we make the Mad Scientists with a cup of tea right in the middle.
There we go.
Bingo!
I have to fix the echo. Hold on. There we go. I fixed it. We
That
are
position. Huh?
we are finally live. Rufus is taken care of. Russ is taken care of. And here we
Even
are.
you eat, so wow. That makes it okay. I normally don't have anything till afterwards, and then I can't be bothered. But there you go. We are ready. And we've got two pools to show, which
Well,
I've had a look
I
at.
want to say hello. Trish was here first. Hi, Trish, and Tracy, and Ann, and Lydia, and Johnny, say it correctly, Colleen, and Evie. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We finally made it. Rufus
Hello,
needed
Trish,
attention.
Violet,
Hi,
Lydia,
Fran.
Tracy, Anne, uh, Johnny.
Johnny.
Who else? Who else? Colleen. Hello, Colleen. Evie. Hi, Evie.
There
I
you
think
go.
that's everybody. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Oh,
Okay, I'm not allowed to say that. I'm a bit daft. Okay.
there we go. I'm going to go off camera and I want to see what's on your plate. So let's make sure your camera is looking at your plate.
Okay.
Might need to adjust a little bit. There we go. There we go. Ah, we want to see
There.
your lap too. Come
Cool.
on.
See more. What?
See your lap.
Tough.
Joe, I know. I'm
Get
sorry.
maybe you'd maybe get a knee. That's about the best you get. No. These are the two plates we had ready yesterday.
I
I
just
have
had a
had them.
brain hiccup, Joni. That's all. My
So
son's name is Joe, so it was just a
this
brain
is
hiccup.
one using the plate I'm sending off to Violet, I believe. Yes, one I'm sending off to Violet. I'm just starting to put it in, find an envelope for it, and sort it out. So let's have a look and see what we got.
Hi, Liz.
Rather a colourful one, this one. Ooh. Look at that, lovely. It came off really nice. Only a little bit on the plate there. Look. So not too bad at all. Almost a clean plate, and it's lovely.
I like that one.
Now, which way around am I going to look at it? Should we look at it that way? There seems to be a fish there with a net coming down. Isn't that what you said last time?
Yep.
Fish with a net coming down to get it,
Yep.
blowing massive great bubbles.
Yep.
Lovely colours with the violet and the
Yep.
gold. Ooh, super lovely one. Like that. Okay, nice clean plate. Yes. And this is the other one. This is the one that Mariah said, use this. And what colour did she say to use? She said gold or copper and the magenta.
Yes.
What have we got? Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. Clean plate. Woohoo.
Clean. Well, nearly clean plate, but pretty
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Isn't
wow.
that nice? That's lovely. Matte. It's matte because of the amount of black there. Oh, well, because nothing else was really all that sparkly except for the gold.
Do you
A
have
little
all
bit of
on?
gold. Sorry?
Do you have all your lights on? Do you have your light
Yeah.
on? Okay.
Well, the room lights are on as well. Everything's on.
Okay.
It's all.
It's just that it's a very dark pull. That's all.
It is. It is very dark. Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful, though?
Hoping to have a little play with this today, which is the thing off my keyboard. I took a keyboard apart, and this is what I got. So I'm hoping to have a play with that. I was just standing on it for a moment. But yes, isn't this absolutely lovely? I think it might be nice with a bit of gloss on it, but I don't know. I kind of like the subduedness of it as well.
I like it. It's
The kind of thing you can sort of turn around and have a look at the different. It's very disco-y, like disco lights here.
Liz, headphones are on. So
Yep. If there's an echo, I'm sorry.
yeah, I don't know where the hi Diane. I don't know where the echo is coming from. I'm not hearing an echo. If anyone else is
Neither am
hearing
I.
an echo,
I'm afraid if anybody else is hearing the echo, there's
I don't know
nothing we can do about it. We've done everything we can at the moment.
Yeah,
But isn't
very initially, I forgot to turn the sound off on YouTube. So briefly, that was on, and you would have heard that.
this is going to be? I'm saying goodbye to this tech collage Collagraph plate because this is the one I'm sending off to Violet, and I really like it.
That's the
Actually,
one. Is that the
really,
one come to me or Paula?
that's the one that's coming to you. Yeah, yeah. No, I didn't test Paula's one.
Oh,
It's not been tested. So we've got two lovely plates there. And today I'm hoping to be playing with some new stencils, which may or may not be heading to the shop. It all depends on Mariah's
schedule.
Mariah's opinion on this one,
Oh,
which is the flops one, which may
thank
or
you.
may not be good.
No echo.
I did it in a different way. It's my fault if it's no good, and I'll just redo it in the proper way, and it'll just be a bit delayed. But this is the 12 by 12 one. You can see that it's really quite large, 12 by 12. And I also did one in. I actually got these to cut in this size. That's an 8 by 10.
Yep, we're not getting a full effect because of the white background.
Yeah. Well, what I thought was. See if I can find a black sheet.
Just go get that one you just pulled of mine, and
Well, that's not big enough. It's
well,
big enough for the 10.
it'll show
But
enough. You can move it around. There you go. See? Oh, look at that.
yeah, so it's not bad, is it?
Not bad. Nice. Oh, I like
I also did a 5 by 7, and it cut quite well even down at that size. It's not bad at all.
Colleen, I don't get the print. The print is Fran's. Fran is going to send me the Collagraph board that she created that print
She
with.
can make her own special prints, see? Ah. So that's that. And I also would like to have a play with the stencil part of those things I cut for the honesty for putting on the Collagraph plates. So there's this one. I was trying out different types.
Oh, I like that.
And this one. And I'm at the moment cutting a one arranged in a spray format, sort of to look like a spray, different sizes on it. So we'll see how that works out. And this is the card that I cut the thicker ones out of. That can also be used as a stencil.
Yeah.
And this is the one I cut of the. Now, this is a version I did not end up using, this one, because I didn't like the way it attached with these long prongs here. It made it very springy and loose.
Very weak.
So I'll have a play with it, but I would not recommend that as one. What I did was I changed these long prongy bits into just little cuts like that.
Oh, that's much stable. Much more stable. Yeah.
And I actually turned it into 4 little cuts, so it's attached at 4 points, 4 contact points on each one.
I like that.
And that's now.
Hi,
so we'll try that out. Okay. So, and I also want to try some more grass because the foliage, because I meant to do that the other day, and I just didn't end up having time. I was having so much fun playing with the Collagraph plates. I just kept on with those. So we'll put that away for now, and we'll get a plate. We'll have a play with these stencils. I'll start with the smaller one.
Okay.
This little one, because I'll need a bigger plate for that one, you see. So we'll start with this one, see what happens. So we might do a longy hauly one, maybe.
A what? Say that again. A what?
Longy hauly one.
A long.
So,
okay.
as well as that, let me put that down. And perhaps this one down there. So we've got something in the empty spaces, you know. So, okay. So we'll do that and see what happens. These will probably pop off, no problem, you know. Just when you don't want them to, but there you go. We'll see. Oh, look, I've got a hair on there. No, no, no. Get rid of the hair. Right. So what do we do? Let's do something more exciting than we've been doing with the black and the blue. But I do like the black and the blue. Oh, and I've been sorting out my paints. I sorted them out into a big box. So just let me untangle that a bit. I'll take my headphone off because I need to reach down. And it's all tangled up. There we go. Right. I've got these paints here. Blues. I've got these paints here, which are, well, a collection really. And in a big box down here, I put all the reds, oranges, and some browns. I just ran out of space, but it is a big box. And heavy. So it really is a very, very
pulling paint.
Big box.
Paint on her hands too. So.
I'm hoping to keep it a bit neater, easier to grab hold of, and easier to put away, you know, get out of the way so it's not trundling about on the floor. That's what I was planning on. Well, I'm getting fed up with them all on the floor like that. So we'll put these back down so we can get at them. And how about a nice Bordeaux red?
Hi, Beth.
Nice. Hi, Beth. Haven't had a Bordeaux red for a while, so that would be lovely.
Yeah.
Let's have a go with that.
Okay.
Just as a starting point, you know.
Hi, Patricia.
Hi, Patricia. Oh, hello.
I'm glad you said that, Patricia, and not me. She said, hello, everyone, lurking and working. Fran, you don't need any more paint.
I didn't say I was going to get any more paint. I got paint.
She can say that because she's way over there and you're way over there.
She's got way loads of paint as well. Right, I'm going to pop that down there like that. And I'm going to put this one in this side like that. And that one there. Right, now we'll get a bit of the...
I'm not sure what you mean, Evie.
Oh.
Evie has a question. She said, Fran, I saw that you looked back on my plate. Collagraph or contour plate? I'm not sure what you mean, Evie.
On your plate? I didn't look on your plate. I'm looking at my plate. What do you mean? Or do you mean I looked at the back of my plate? Well, this is a plate. This is a plate. And this is a plate. Unfortunately, they call them all plates. This is a Collagraph plate. This is a gel plate. And this is a Perspex plate as a backing for the gel plate. I'm not really sure what you're asking.
Okay. So
I don't some of it.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll hold that. She said she tagged you on Facebook on something. So,
okay. See it when I look at Facebook.
You'll have to look and see. Okay. She said you
Not a me and my my nice wet strength.
There you go. She said we talked about the difference of Collagraph and contour plate. I think is what she means.
I don't think there's that much difference, really. I mean, if you get a stencil on a board and you put paint through, or paint or paste or stencil butter through it, and then lift the stencil off, and you're left with the design in stencil butter or paint or whatever, then that's one type of plate that we've been calling an impression plate, which is the one
Right.
that P&M were using.
And that's a deliberate thing. That's a deliberate creation. It's done specifically in a certain way following the stencil, whereas the Collagraph is more
Well,
random
it is.
objects.
Other people have done it where they've sort of cut lots and lots of bits of masking tape in the
Yeah.
shape of very thin bits of leaf and put them on to create the look of lots of bits of grass. How they had the patience to do that, I do not know. And then they've got something else in there to give the side of a mountain or something. You know, they've deliberately created a scene. I'm not into that. I'm more into the random stuff. So when I cut things to put onto a Collagraph plate, I'm just randomly going, I think I have a bit this shape. There's something that will fit in there. I'll put something there. I'm not doing it deliberately at all because I don't want a deliberate studied effect. Yeah, I hope that's something to do with what you meant, but
Yeah, Fran is more like, let's throw it at the wall and see if what sticks, you know.
yeah, exactly. I
It's
like that guy. What was his name? Not Mervyn. Um, uh, ooh, ooh, Trimble,
in my
something.
mind.
You gave me a link to it.
Yeah, I'm.
Uh,
Yeah, but you know what? I used up all my brain cells this morning, so it's your turn now.
make, it makes assemblages, assemblage pieces. I loved doing that when I was doing that. I'd love to get back into that again. It
Okay,
was so fun. So we've got one layer down. Let's put some more on here.
Evie said hers was random. Okay, if you have a picture, Evie, um, post it in Makers or post it in Fran's Mad Scientist group, either one or both, whatever you're comfortable doing. Um, and
I
yeah,
shouldn't
tag.
worry about people seeing it in the Mad Scientist group because there's barely anybody.
There's
Me,
really, yeah.
Violet, my family, and about 3 others. That's about it. And basically, I'm the only one that ever posts. Although occasionally Violet will pop something in there.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah,
Or one of my family will reply to something I've posted. That's about it.
I think you need more paint.
My fault. Yes, it is. It's my fault because
Can you believe I said that to Fran?
you need to actually get. Yeah, you can't believe you said that to me. You actually need to put a bit of work into a group to keep it going,
Yeah,
and I'm too odd. I
no,
started running it as a normal group, you know, that you can post anything that's mixed media. And people, one person in particular, started posting a lot of jewellery. Now, she was an excellent person making this jewellery, and it was lovely stuff, but it was not what I had intended to have happen in my group. So I changed the name, changed the title, and threw a lot of people out, which I'd accidentally invited through some fault of my own when I first started with the. It just went through my address book and invited everybody, and I had not intended to do that. So people were a bit, what's going on? So I just reverted it to family and a couple of people. So, and I put some questions in place so I could be sure I was getting people who really were into mixed media. But of course, I haven't really done anything with it. I'm too happy in Makers, you know, so I really just use it as a place for me and Violet to hang out when we just want to talk and video each other and
hi
not do.
SWL. Yeah, well, not only that, but you really, when it comes to the techie stuff and the social media and all that, you know what that it's there and what it's for, but your brain doesn't automatically go there. Your brain automatically goes to let's throw something at the wall and see if it sticks.
Yep, that's me. No, I've lost. Oh, there it is. I'll put my
That's not you being fast. That's just you being you.
Yeah, yeah.
Miriam says same here. My page is laughing right now. Right? It's it's okay. It's okay. She's happy.
That's
She's doing her artwork here, and she got new curtains, so life is good today.
curtains. Yeah, it's only been a year. Wow, they're absolutely wonderful material. I had to go and buy the material and send it to my daughter. And then when she had time, she did another little bit of sewing and another bit. And then when her dad went up to see her and took some more sewy things for her to keep, she had them ready, which was marvellous.
Yep.
And then Ian put them up last night. So I woke up this morning, went down to take the dog out, and I went, wee! Because then they were hanging there. It was wonderful.
So
He
thank
said
you,
he could hear
Sam,
me
and
up.
thank you, Ian.
It was just so thrilling.
And I told my husband when he heard you squeal that it doesn't
Yep.
really take much to amuse us. We're
No.
easy.
We're simple people. The littlest thing can make us go nutty. I think I'll try a bit of quinacridone crimson. Because I seem to be on a red and yellow kick at the moment. So let's keep that going and see what happens. Just because I want to. I mean, I got one yellow off this pull, and I've had yellows off
There
the
you
other
go,
side.
Evie.
And it was okay, but I think I need to concentrate on yellow for a bit so I get more comfortable with it. Because I'm not really just yet. Mind you, I have picked some heck of a yellow to get used to, haven't I? Fluorescent chartreuse.
Well,
I always thought,
if I go back through my notes to when we started, one of the first streams or the first stream, you did a lot, and you used a pale yellow. You used the Galeria pale yellow.
yes, that was lemon yellow, wasn't it?
No, pale yellow. There was a lemon yellow also, pale lemon.
There was a pale lemon, and there was the Naples yellow as well.
And then there was the transparent yellow iron oxide.
Yes, there was. Right. Correct.
So you've had some encounters with yellow and done
Yeah, that one you just mentioned, that's not particularly yellow. It's more reddish, brownish almost.
the translucent yellow iron oxide.
That one, yeah.
But again, like you said, the pale lemon yellow and the pale yellow by Galeria.
Yeah, I need to do some more yellows. There are plenty of yellows. I've used the benzimidazolone yellow.
Yes.
But I've got quinacridone nicolazo gold as well.
Yeah, you
But
have
I've
a
also
yellow
got
mix.
yellow.
You have a lemon yellow that you mixed yourself.
Yes, that one.
Yep.
Yeah. But I've also got things like this thing I'm just picking up off the ground. This one, which is Azo Yellow Deep.
Wow.
And that's quite a buttery yellow, that one, isn't it? But there are plenty of yellows I've got down here, as well as burnt sienna and oranges and things like that. But I haven't really delved into much, so I thought I'd like to have another go with those sort of things. Woohoo! Let's pull this one up.
Grow and learn and change, and we're ever changing as we go through life, right, Colleen?
That's not too bad at all, is it?
That's not too
Interesting. These are acting like almost like cracks. Lovely. Very nice. I like that. I'm going to cut that one out. That's so I can remember where I put the scissors this time. I seem to put the scissors in different places every time, which is not helping somebody with not much of a memory.
I still look at that and I see a gasket for a carburetor.
Huh?
If you've ever seen a carburetor gasket,
yeah.
Your stencil.
Yeah. Right, well, I like that. Let's try this one then, as I got it out. Azo Yellow Deep. Just to see what happens. And that's the only excuse you could possibly have. Playing. Just to see what happens.
SWL, did you ever see what your name is? Or is there something yeah, like a head gasket, exactly. Do you ever see what your name is or what?
She did. She said it in the live yesterday.
Oh, I
and
know.
I can't remember what she said, unfortunately.
If you have a
Sherry?
preference of what you'd like to be called, I'll write it down and forget it later.
We can call you SW if you prefer.
Yeah. Sloth. Sloth. Uh, don't make me say
Swab.
it. I'll really butcher it. Sloth.
I was to be called Euless Droffig once.
Lamb chop. Oh, Sherry. Yes, I saw that whole conversation. It had me chuckling.
SWL is fine.
Yes,
Swoop.
lamb chop.
Okay, swoop. That's all.
Well, if you're gonna put that in my head, I'm gonna end up calling you lamb chop.
Okay, lamb chop is fine. She said lamb chop is fine, didn't she? Yes.
She's referring to the puppet.
I know.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yes.
Like, okay, here we go.
Sherry.
Well, actually, what was the song, honey, that he's downstairs exercising. There was a when we first met, when we were first getting to know each other in person, we were driving in the car from Wisconsin to back into Illinois. He was taking me home after a weekend visit. And he suddenly started singing, and I knew then it's like if I didn't know before, I knew then, okay, he's off his rocker and he's the one I want.
That's
And
a bit thick.
I believe it was the song Sherry by, yeah, that was.
Sherry.
There you go.
Sherry, baby, Sherry,
That's it.
baby, Sherry, baby. I can't
Only he
sing.
sang it a lot higher.
That's not too bad, look. I mean, that didn't come out too bad. I still got some of the red with it. That's not nice. Not bad at all. Right, quite nice. Super. Right, what else am I going to do with that? Let's go a bit
That's very nice.
off
I like
track.
that. Yeah.
Oh, well, there's that. I haven't even tried that yet. As soon as I've got it, I might have a try. Quinacridone Crimson. I've got Quinacridone Crimson in smaller pots, but this is the heavy body Vallejo, so I wanted to try it out. I probably pronounced that wrong, can't help it. I'm only British.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to open this thing first. Ha. Pull the little taggy waggy. There we go. Oh, only half of it came off. Ah. Hang on. I'll do it back up again. Put it on its side and try and lever that bit up. I need something a bit stronger. The back of my tweezers might do it.
Diane says, I have to challenge myself with purple. It's a color that tends to take over everything very quickly.
I like purple, so I don't mind it doing that.
I see it with the purple hues. I see beautifully well with teal, turquoise, the colors that's on your plate right now, and like a green, like a
Green gold?
well, not a dark green, so a lighter green.
Okay.
Not Christmas.
Fluorescent?
Yes. Yes.
Really?
Well, it's watching you do it. It's kind of okay.
Says she nervously.
Yeah. I don't have any, but the fluorescent colors. But yeah, I watched you do that a while back and was like, well, that actually is quite nice. I could do a theme.
Yeah, well, I didn't really believe it was going to be all that nice. I thought it was going to be a bit harsh, but I thought I've got the paints, may as well try. I thought the fluorescents would be okay together, but actually it surprised me how well they work with
Yeah.
other colours as well.
And Sherry says, love yellow in everything I do. Just a yellow glaze brings life to a piece.
Uh-oh. I
Uh-oh.
wondered why that printed so well down there. That's because the silly thing came off.
Too late.
Yeah, too late.
And then Anne says purple and gold are wonderful, which I already knew. Yeah, I could go back and oh, let's see, somewhere back here. Well, I have a
I was
note.
trying to get that off so it wasn't quite so strong.
It'll fart. Hold on. I got to go farther back.
That'll do. That'll do. It's probably awful, but that'll do.
Indian yellow. There's an Indian yellow.
Indian, I've used that.
Yeah.
All right, where's the rest of the tissue gone? I'm sure I had more tissue left. Oh, I landed on the floor behind me. Just one moment. I've got a grabby stick somewhere. I can pick it up. There we go. I seem to be stuck on red and yellow. I don't mind.
So I'm looking back at some of my notes. So must have had a question. Somebody said high flow and high flow together is a yes. Heavy body together is a yes.
Yeah.
High
flow and heavy body is possible. It's just harder work.
Well, you have it as a no. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like it because the heavy body is inclined to go into big blobs. You know, where you put the little blob of paint down, it goes into blobs. And because the high flow is so thin, that spreads across beautifully, skimming over the blobs of the heavy body. So as I say, if you want to mix the two together, it's really better to put the heavy body on first, then put some high flow and blend that in.
Okay.
That's really the only way I would do it.
This is what I did the other day when I was working with that other plate. I put some paint off on a palette off to the side, and I had my little bitty roller. It's only about 2 inches long. So it's not even like the roller you're using now. It's about the half size of that. And I brayered the paint from there and then brayered it onto the plate. I think I've seen Carrie use that technique for some things. And I got more control of placement and direction of the roll.
I've got to pull these off.
Yep.
Because they did not want to join in. They were too happy joining in with the piece of paper. There we go. Now, try and put it back down. I think that might be well enough to pull, actually. Yes, I think so. Let's go with that. So we'll let this lower sheet dry. Ooh, not bad at all. And look at this one. This one's come out really lovely.
Oh, I like that.
It's really nice. Liking that. That's a bit of a splotch here, but I've still got a clear impression as well as the splotches. So that's intriguing. And I've still got a clear impression there. So, yeah, weird. Working quite well.
Deb, see,
so no, let that dry.
These are not Frankenstencils. These are actually Fran debuting some possible new stencils.
I'm liking these. These are the all black ones. So in other words, they're just a solid shape. These are the ones you can see with the pattern cut out of them. And these are the ones that popped out of other ones like these, you see. So some of these may have had these little pieces cut out, but the whole thing comes out and I'm left with this. You see?
Yep.
That's why I've got a little pot somewhere with these little pieces which I used on here. And in that pot somewhere will be those little bits as well, but they're too small and fiddly for this sort of
Thank
thing,
you,
I think.
Miriam. Exactly. It's a prototype. It's the yes, you're
Yes.
seeing it here first. And
I was
see
quite
if
pleased with it.
anyone's interested and or if she needs to make adjustments.
Yeah, well, if that's up to Mariah. If Mariah thinks it needs adjusting, I'll do that. But I'm quite happy with these at the moment, so
Yeah.
we'll see what she. I mean,
Yeah.
these are the ones I cut out of stiffer card, which I showed at the beginning of the stream, and I used these stiffer card pieces to make the collagraphs. So I'm left now with the holes they made in the card. So that gives me another stencil. I
Yep.
cut this piece off here like this, and I prefer curved lines to straight, so I'll just curve around it like this and just make a curved line. And I'll probably adjust the edges as well. What?
Oh, they were talking about Anne got paint on her keyboard because she's got painty hands right now, and so she was typing and got paint on her keyboard. Evie said she dropped her iPad onto her wet gel plate yesterday, so she got paint on her iPad. And
Uh-huh.
Diane said she has been known to get two of her female bits in her gel plate.
Ooh!
We call
Don't
we
need a
call that
bikini.
an expression plate. And Deb, see if you back up a bit to the towards the beginning, Fran pulled out two other prototype stencils that are in the thought process.
Well, what I've done is I've uploaded them to Dropbox, but I used a different method on creating the stencil, and I don't think it's working all that well.
Yeah.
It's creating a lot of mess at the edges, so I tried cleaning that up. If that was good enough, Mariah may decide to put it in the shop. If not, she's just got to let me know, and I'll go back and do it in the original fashion,
Yeah.
starting from scratch again.
Yeah.
So they are these blobs and spots, which I found really great to use. Here's the one I used the other day. You can see that I had a lot of fun with it, quite a few layers.
There you go. See, she pulled
Great
them.
day. And I've also done big ones. So I've got an 8x10 and this massive, great big 12x12 one. So that will be fun to play with on a 12x12 plate.
Yeah. See, now you don't have to back up, Deb. There you go.
Yeah, see, I showed it all over again. So that one we'll leave to dry. Or I could just let Violet say a poem.
Oh, I don't have. I said I don't have. If you have to go off anywhere, I don't have anything prepared except bad words, and we're not doing that. Evie has a virtual play date every Monday with her friend, and if I say this wrong, Evie, let me know. Nisi, and Nisi saw her iPad fall into her gel plate live, so she saw it happen. Isn't that great? When you can do that, you can have a play date. Fran and I do that when we can. It's so much fun. Evie, when you have your play date, do you do it on Zoom? We get together here in Facebook in the Mad Scientist group. Fran will open a room and we'll go in there and play together. And then we don't have to deal with Zoom login and server issues or anything. It's great. It is so great to have someone. It's a time when we play together like that. It's the same thing. I'm sitting here wanting to do something and I can't because I want to watch what she's doing. It happens every time. Diane.
I find these shapes, this shape with the pieces out, the most interesting. But I think if they were all that shape, they'd lose their interest. I think so. It's nice to have a couple of those and the rest slightly different. That's what I think
Yeah.
anyway. So that's been dealt with, and I'm thinking either we go pale or we go metallic. What do you think?
Well, if
I
you
mean, I've
go,
got
I'm just thinking,
iridescent
yeah, if you go metallic, because it dries
silver.
fast. I like iridescent. I like the fluorescent.
I've got the gold, Aztec gold, and
How
I've got the.
how you
No,
feeling
that's not so
there?
good.
You,
This one is quite nice. Stop, stop, stop. Don't everybody try and join in, please. Don't do that. Stop it. Stop it.
are you feeling coppery?
Well, that gold worked quite well before, and gold and red works rather well. But yeah, I do have copper.
How you feeling?
Um, well, there's another Nicolazo gold. I think I've rather a lot of Nicolazo gold everywhere. Ugh, it's that falling off. That's what it is. Here's the copper in the corner. Good job I dried it before, isn't it? Yeah, otherwise that'd
Oh,
all be coming off.
cool, Evie. We haven't been in there. We've been in there once in the last few months. The next time we're gonna play, we'll buzz you. How's that? We'll
Sure.
yeah, we could do that. Not a problem.
Iridescent copper light. Fine. But I've also got.
Fran, just pick a color, Fran.
Iridescent copper coarse.
Oh, well, obviously
Just
you haven't
thought.
used that much. Maybe you need to use that.
Yeah, maybe I do. Okay, that's a good decision. Okay, let's go. And because it hasn't got anything else with it, I don't have to worry about it not mixing because it's only got
Yeah,
itself to mix with.
right.
Be nice to see how the coarse copper comes out. I mean, I've used it some time ago though, so I don't remember. Ooh, it's gritty.
Deb C says she wants to know how coarse it is, and Evie says, "What's the difference?" Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Well,
remember.
this one's coarse. It's you know how the micaceous iron oxide looks. It's that kind of coarse.
Hmm. Is it a?
So that's
It's
that's
not a
quite
pink
coarse.
then.
I mean, it's showing through, so that it's not solid or anything. So I'll put a piece of card down on that as quick as I can get one out. If I can get one out. If I can figure out where the heck I
I've
put
never
them all.
seen you use this before. Coarse
Well,
paint
that's
clears periodically. That's what it is. Mm-hmm.
this is ivory. It's nearly card. It's what I call nearly card. It's sort of card, but it's nearly. And because there's nothing on the plate, this isn't squeaking like it would if I didn't want to push.
And Evie, it's usually in the evenings that we play. Not usually during the day. Um, Usually in the evenings.
Ooh,
So,
that's intriguing,
isn't it? That's interesting. I
isn't
like
it?
that.
Nice.
But we'll let you know. We'll I don't want to interfere with your family calls, but we will let you know the next time we play. You'll be invited. You're always invited.
Lovely. So that's quite nice. So what else? Have I got some more card ready? I ought to have some card ready. I thought I had some. Here's some. Right next to me. I just didn't look to my left. Some nice big sheets.
Okay, Diane. And that's the thing. If we're in Fran's group and we're in a room playing, it will show the that it's happening now, and there'll be a join button.
Yep.
All you have to do is click on the join button and come into the room. I
You
believe
just
you're
got to be a member
automatic.
of the Mad
Yeah,
Scientist group.
yeah. You don't have to. If you hit the join button, it automatically brings you into the room. You don't have to wait for us to let you in or anything like that. So, um, but yeah, I don't know that a notification always goes out if you don't have your settings set for the group to let you know that there was a room. Oh, Beth's going to be doing journal by 5 at Scrappy Girl Dana Yates today. Mm, I knew that was coming back up. Yeah, so I'll give you a buzz if we when we get in there again. We haven't been in there lately because we've been so busy here 3 times a week, and then
Yeah. I'm just going to go and see if that cut has finished.
that
Okay.
cut is finished. Yeah,
So you come back.
I'll be here. I'm not doing anything to showcase. You can leave that up.
Okay. Well, you have a nice little chat.
Okay.
Grab it.
Yeah, I don't have anything to showcase. I just yeah. Okay. Not make a liar out of me. I worked on the journal I was creating. I think you guys saw this. I did I crocheted a rope. I don't know what else to call it. It's actually like a Bridges lace design. But anyway, you've seen the book I was creating. I sewed the signatures in, and then this morning I made a dangle. Is it ready? Oh, maybe she left again. She's got a stencil that she's got in the other room being cut out, and she wants to go check it and bring it back so y'all can see. That's where she went. There she is, Miss America.
Right, so we've got
Tiny
that.
whistle.
Then I can have a go. Let's see how this came out. What I have done is simply put it on in the format of a spray without it being attached by anything in the middle. You see what I mean?
Yeah. And little bits there.
Yep, I think I've got them all. There's only a couple. I need a new blade.
Well, we need to get in the room so I can show you how to open that blade and clean it.
Yes, that too. Yes.
That's what we need to do.
So I'll cut
The
this.
journal started out with the idea to make you guys know I keep notes here when I do the stream. The journal started out as I need one for
Do that in the background.
just for PMI to Studio because this book is getting full. This one is Fran sharing PMI to Studio, and it's getting full. So I need to make one that's dedicated just to PMI to Studio. And so I thought that's what I would do with that one. And then as I went along with it, I went, no, I'm going to do it a different way. So I still have to make my own little journal notebook for PMI to Studio. And a Facebook room is so easy to do. Everybody can make one. Colleen, yeah, it was me practicing to make Bridges lace and and I used regular yarn instead of thread. What are these little creatures called? Honesty seed pods.
These are, yeah.
Yes.
That is called blobs and spots.
Yep. But the creatures, the little things you're cutting out, those are.
Yeah, that's honesty.
If you've ever looked up an honesty plant, These would be the seed pods.
Is it called agastache? Can't remember.
Lunaria.
I don't know. That might be another name. Don't know. Haven't got my phone on me. Well, we'll start with that one, and then we'll have a go with some of that and a bit of the others. Bit of this, bit of that. Right, we'll put some colour down first. We'll get this one out of the way so it can think about curing for us.
Gaia's blessing seeds, honesty seeds. Look up moonwort, money plant, silver dollar plant, lunaria. Yes, that's it.
Lunaria, that's it.
Yep. Silver dollar plant is how I knew it.
Yeah.
Yep. Money plant. Yep.
You're going to need to move some of these a bit because we need more room. Not enough room. Sideways is fine, but the end piece needs to come on a bit more.
Deb C, Deb C says, I'm absolutely stumped how I would video a work desk and watch the other half of the shared video for play dates, so to speak. Here, it looks like this.
How?
See, there's me here, and there's Fran over there. And it's just like this. And if there were 3 of us in the room, then there would be, these would get smaller.
One there, and there'd be one there, and one there.
Here. So the more people that come in the room, the smaller these windows get. But we all have the option of making ourselves big like this and not.
Well, people that are allowed to do that have the option to do that. Otherwise, it's me. I'm the host because I started it. But I gave Violet the ability to do everything that I could because that takes it all off me, you see. So, Jenkins Green, because I've got Jenkins Green and I thought, well, why not?
So, if your device is videoing, how do you watch? Well, my device is, the way I'm set up, we'll go with mine, is I'm watching the computer. I'm on a computer. I have an overhead camera, a Logi C920.
Logitech.
Yeah, it's a Logitech C920 camera on an arm overhead that you could see my desk. So the camera's right there on an arm. There's the arm. See the arm? See, here's the arm. See? Hard to show.
Now that was not a high flow. Got to add a little bit of high flow now.
And then I'm watching everything on the monitor here. See?
And I'm just using a Kindle, me.
And what Fran is doing is, I'm going to go off screen. Fran has an arm like I have, or something similar, and she has a Kindle connected to it, and the Kindle has a camera, and that's how she's showing. That's her video camera.
So if I want to see what's going on while I'm doing things, I've got to bring my camera down so I can see the top, which has got the screen on, so I can see and think, oh, look, Debsy says, aha, that was the trick. You need a camera and your computer then, yeah, or a phone. But I've only got my Kindle running. That's it. So I'm fine with just my Kindle.
It's not a fancy Kindle. It's just one of the e-reader Kindles. It's not the Whisper or the whatever the other one is. It's a full-on Kindle. We both have the same Kindle, I think, Kindle 10 version or whatever. And most all of them have a camera. Unfortunately, the camera only works from the front. So the camera's facing down, and she can't see us. She doesn't have a screen. She doesn't have room for a screen or anything, so where she can watch what's going on here.
Now, I can see the screen, but I've got to lower the camera, which is on the front here, up there. I've got to lower the screen down so I can see the other side of the tablet where the screen is.
Yep.
Round there, coming down there.
And Beth, yes, I know that Beth uses a Logitech camera, like I have, the computer and monitor, and then when she's streaming, she also has an iPad so she can read the chats, but she also
Hmm.
has the phone off to the side if she needs to go look up something while she's streaming. She's
Yeah, I could have my phone here, but I got frightened out of not having the phone because for ages we didn't know what was causing the echo. And we
Yeah,
thought it was the phone that was causing the echo or having another tab open or anything like that. We tried everything to get rid of it until we finally found that it was I had to wear earphones because in the Kindle, the sound, the microphone is there and the speaker is there pretty much. So they feed back
there's
between each other.
yeah,
It's very bad.
yeah.
Right.
But here's the thing. If
Hmm.
if you want to come in the room, but you don't have a video or you don't want to show your video, you can actually do what I do here and turn my camera off or
Yeah.
stop, So we could still hear you in the room with us, but we can't see you, but you could see us. So there's various ways to set it up.
So that was nice. I liked that. I'm going to try a bit of this light green yellow shade. I seem to
Yep,
be on a green kick at the moment.
yep, Debsy, exactly. The thing is if you're videoing with one and watching with the other, you want to make sure that one of them has the volume turned off because it
Yes.
will feed back to
Again,
it
you
will
could. You
feed
could.
back and forth to each other, and this is what happens when you don't turn one off. I'm going to show you. This is what happens if you have. See, so there's two things being spoken there.
Yeah.
That's
You
me.
can hear a distortion in the sound. Yeah.
That's feedback, and it's annoying. Me talking over myself is annoying, but it's really not difficult. No, oh no, 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 not now. I was just giving you an idea, or anybody else that wanted to know. It really isn't difficult. I have When I stream with Sharon, I don't use this computer or this camera because I'm in the living room and the sofa and the TV are here. And when I stream with Sharon, it's later in the day and he's watching TV and it doesn't work. So I go upstairs to that computer and that camera will not stay on the arm no matter what I do. So it just sits on the table and it's worthless. Camera works, but the I don't have any way to hold it up and utilize. I love this stencil, Fran.
It's nice, isn't it? I like it on the 12 by 12 plate like this. But don't forget, I've got smaller ones. So I can use one on the 8 by 10. Well, I've now thrown the other one on the floor. Well done. Or the little 5 by 7. So there's options.
Aw, Beth, thank you. But I happen to know Joe helps a lot too.
That's not bad. I quite like that. Building up the layers on the stencil underneath. Doing a longie.
I
And
like
if you'll
that.
excuse me one moment.
I don't have that large of a plate, so I'd have to shrink it down or let it flow over, which is even fine.
Or get the smaller stencil. I'm just going to pick up the one that fell on the floor. Hang on.
Okay.
1 second. I don't fell on the floor. I don't know what it was. I think it was the one.
Yeah, there you go, Deb. Happy Mother's Day.
There. Oh, it's two fell on the floor. Oh, dear. Yep. So we nearly lost. There's two. Good job I noticed them sliding over the precipice. So let's go a bit madder. What else can we do?
Indigo blue or Prussian blue?
nickel, 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 nickel. No,
Or not.
no, no. I know what I want to do. I'll talk to you in a minute when I've
Okay.
satisfied my craving for quinacridone nickel. So go.
No, you just keep going. You're going good. Everybody's watching. These are the possible new stencils that Fran has in mind for the
They
shop.
cut all right on my silhouette. The problem is my silhouette is better at cutting, I think, little tiny bits than the Cricut is. And of course, it would probably be a bit quicker on the silhouette if there weren't some little jagged edges hanging about.
Yeah. It's called, well, I don't
I,
know that it has a name yet. Spots and
I
Blobs.
spots and blobs, yeah.
Spots and
I
Blobs.
did.
We named it.
I thought I had a method of getting rid of the jagged edges, smoothing the design by taking it through AI, Adobe Illustrator, but it doesn't seem to work anymore. Or I've forgotten the routine or something. Probably
Yeah,
me forgetting.
I've forgotten it. I told you how to do it, and now I forget. To me, it's just a matter
Yeah.
of switching it over to an SVG. But no, there's another step
No.
that I.
Yeah. You've got to turn it into a vector, and I
Yes.
don't know how to do that. I did have a couple of videos, YouTube videos, that told me how to do it, but that was when I needed it because I've got to cut another bit of paper. Well, what I'll do is I'll pull
Well,
another
and this
piece
is
off.
okay, guys. Really, I'm going to get a big fat head. Okay, that it's just a matter of paying it forward. That's all I'm doing. I was in a bad place and homeless and horrible people after me and being stalked and threatened and everything. And there were some wonderful people that were there for me that didn't even know me. And all I'm doing is paying it forward. And if I do that the rest of my life, it still won't be enough for everything they did for me. So there you go. That's why
They showed it. It's a very old video now, the one that I used, Deb. It's I think I saved it. I'm gonna have to look on my computer, see if I can find it again. And I used it because the version of Silhouette Studio I had, which is the software for the Silhouette cutter, didn't allow you to save an SVG file or to save a PNG file.
right.
But I upgraded to the business version, and suddenly I didn't need all that anymore.
And I remember telling you just that one little step to do it, to fix it. But you know what happened is we were talking about it, I think, and I told you I didn't text it to you. It's not in chat. It's not in my book. I have looked everywhere, and this is what happens when I don't write
Yeah.
things down, or you don't remind me.
Exactly.
Send it to me in a link. You know.
Yeah. I've done it wrong again. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Susan. Thank you.
Oh, well done, Anne. She says it's okay if your head gets bigger, you can crochet yourself a new hat. You have chosen to be kind and generous instead of bitter and hurtful to others, and that's really a huge thing. That is, she says that is a heroic act in itself. Absolutely, it takes a lot of force of character to do that.
I don't want to cry. Moving on. Moving on.
That's all right. I'll pummel you later. Don't worry.
There you go. Thank you, dear. I love you too.
We all love you, Violet.
I know. Just moving on. Moving on. The stencils.
Oops. Sorry, I was trying to show you that. I just cut it. Isn't that nice? Nice bits of selling. That's the Nicolazo Gold doing that. Right. Let's have another go. And this time, I want to do what I really love, which is partly what I've just done. Yeah. And partly, is it here or have I put it someplace else? I don't know. I think it's someplace else. Must be over here in the big thingy.
Thank you, Miriam.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's Fran would say. I'll just say thank you. Thank you, Tracy.
Huh?
You would
Yeah.
tell me just say thank you and okay, I'm saying thank you everyone.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this back on. Let's go over here a bit and go like that. That's a bit better, isn't it? It's almost all in. There's not much of it.
I went back through our texts to each other. I don't think it was in the phone text. I think it was in our Facebook thing that we talked about it.
Could well be, yeah.
And I went back through that. I don't know how far I went back doing a search, and I couldn't find it.
Thing is, if we talked about it in the dungeon, there will be a record. It's only on when you're recording something through StreamYard that you get a record.
Yeah, that was.
Unless you've written it down.
So we were talking about that the other day about how we started out in Facebook room doing this. And we decided, well, look, we want to record this because we can't remember what we did. What did we do? Like we're thinking now. And so let's record it. Well, if we're going to record it, then I had to do some editing because sometimes we just got a little too personal. I was like,
yeah.
Or Fran, if you remember, Fran's cough was much, much worse.
Yes, it was been bad in the past.
And then Fran decided, well, you're spending too much time editing, that you're cutting into your playtime. You can't be doing that. Let's just do it live. And
just the cutting into the playtime. It was because it's the editing just causes so much neck pain for me.
Yeah, and I don't mind it. I enjoy it. It's fun for me.
Yeah, but it makes me feel guilty. So doing a live stream where you don't do any editing at all, you just go, way, much more fun.
and we hope that we remember to filter our thoughts and words before we spit them out.
Oh, we try. That's not bad at all. I think I'll do a bit of quinacridone, nickel crimson, whatever it is. Well, I had it. There we are. It's the only one I've got with this funny cap. Now, this has got an ordinary fluid acrylic cap. That's what I'm used to. But this one turned up with a funny little bubbly thing with doodad. I've never had that before. Weird. So we'll put some of this down and see what happens.
Yeah, I can cuss like a sailor on a good day. It's like they're just words. The first time my mom heard me say a bad word, I could still hear her voice in my head. But it came out. It's like he knows what's in your heart. It's not what comes out of your mouth. It's what comes out of your heart. So I live with that. So if I say a bad word, well, there you go.
Yep.
5 demerits, whatever. I'll hang my head.
They say that those who know lots of swear words are actually more intelligent than people that don't. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Don't make me laugh, please.
Well, I don't know how smart you are, so I happen to know I haven't heard all your swear words yet.
Oh, I know some French ones and 1 or 2 German ones.
Oh, we need to spend more time together.
I'm not picking all this up. It seems to be going off the edge.
Anne is playing on her plate, making a mess. She said, I think I am channeling Fran. For the last hour, I have thought, okay, last print. Oh, wait, look at all that good stuff left on the plate.
Yeah. I'm stopping now. No, I'm not. No, look at that. Let's do some more of that. Oh, I want you to do a whole load of that. Yeah.
How many times have we
Uh-oh. I think it's time, folks.
Wow.
I think it's time.
I think it's time, yeah.
It's time. The stencil has decided. Stencil ruling. Ooh, there we go. That's rather nice, actually, isn't it? It's nice and blobby. Very good for a blobs and spots stencil. Blobby. Nice. I do hope it works out. Or I'll have to go and have a look at my chat and see if Mariah has said whether it's any good or not. And I've got to start all over again. I do like the patterns I get from it. It's nice.
I do too. I like what's coming off there. I'm imagining. I mean, there's little creatures, little flying horses or dogs or something in there. There's rabbits that are curious and
Ah, that's a dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a rabbit, a curious rabbit over there with his ears up, middle right, just about 3 inches over from the dog. Down, down.
Oh yeah, little rabbit.
Curious rabbit.
Maybe that's a yeah.
Down below is an upside down or a squirrely whale, a goofy looking
That's
whale.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. See it? You see
I
it.
swear that's a funny mushroom.
Yep. And then over there, there's a whole bunch of Casper the Friendly Ghost buddies.
Yeah. And that's probably a sinkhole. Don't make me laugh, please. Oh dear, we'll put it aside for a bit.
Oh, Patricia's still here. Oh my gosh, Patricia's still here. She says snails. Look at all the snails. Yeah.
They do, don't they?
Yes, I do too. Colleen notices there's like a section mark in the middle of some of the pieces. I tend to say for a long time I was very careful about cussing because I was around my grandson. I tend to say like sunny beaches. You guys know what I mean by sunny beaches. So that's kind of sort of my most favorite swear word these days. I try to get sugar fudge or sugar butter or whatever it is that Mariah says. I try to get that in my head. Sunny beaches.
Of course, there's always sassafras.
Sassafras. Sunny beaches. I like the idea of sunny beaches. Just means I get to cuss and or swear or whatever the term is. Sugar biscuits. Yeah, sugar biscuits. Thank you, Trish. And I always think sunny beaches. And it's like, okay, so I get to swear at the same time I get to think pleasant thoughts. Sunny beaches. See, that's pleasant. Sunny beaches. Okay, calm down. I'm trying to picture this print with another print. You know, P did layering the other day. It was so awesome yesterday what she did. I'm trying to picture what other stencil you could lay over top that now. Or well, actually what you would do, what I'm seeing is this would be the background. So you'd pull this just as is, let that paper dry, and then use that paper for the next stencil. What do you think?
I was wondering about it. I think, personally, I'd like to pull this as is to see what comes out now that we've got this. And maybe do that another time, you know?
Okay.
Maybe like that next time. Or use these two on a bigger plate because I've still got the 14 by 12 down there.
Yeah. I was just trying. Well, P did layering, and I loved what she came up with. They offset each other really nicely, really well. Yeah. And I was just trying to imagine this would be the background. This would have to be the background because there's so much of it. It's so busy.
Yeah. Well, so I would be more inclined to print it and see what I get. And then think about putting something over the print rather than over the plate. Simply because I didn't want to spoil what I've got down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Let me just see how much is coming off now. Well, nothing's coming off there.
Yeah, because there's a few circles. Yes, what that's what she was showing there. The
And
honesty circle.
honesty, yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea. And I'm thinking gold or copper or something that would pop out.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe gold.
I
I
mean, you
think the
could
gold might
literally
work.
turn this over and lay your stencils on it or lay them on it like it is and get a clue of how you want. I like the idea of the honesty circles. I like that. Random.
Yeah. You think?
Hmm.
What, like you mean one of these? Like that or that or
Yeah.
that
Yep.
or.
The first one, I think. I think. Well, either one because yeah, I'd want to see them both down just to see which one I like better.
Well,
That one on the
because you
right,
want it, let's try these two and see what happens.
the one that's filled in is gonna
Sure.
is gonna knock out anything, any of your bits, your spots and blobs.
Yeah, that
So
one.
it's really not gonna do it justice.
Okay.
Whereas whereas the one that's open like a gasket, the spots and blobs are gonna show through.
Yeah. Not so much going to show through on that.
No, not so much.
No.
You need a more open. You need like
I need two of these, really.
yeah, see.
Wait a minute. Oh, don't forget there's this one.
Well, and here's the thing, you don't have to fill the plate. You could just do it across the bottom.
See, that's made of cardboard, so I won't be able to use it very often,
Yeah.
but I could use it now.
It doesn't have to cover the entire plate like that. You could just take one piece and lay it across the bottom the other way.
I like that. I like the going off the plate bit.
Yeah.
I think I like that better. Maybe.
Oh, Susan. Susan is suggesting pink and black is nice or pink and turquoise. It's not.
It's
April is
cover
over.
favourite.
Yeah, Evie, explain. April is over. Evie is done with orange and pink now. We're moving on, right?
And I was never really there.
No, I tried my hand at it. I did, and I like what I came up with.
Uh-huh. So I think put something over the top of this like that. And I'm reluctant to do it, but
I
seeing as
don't.
how you want it.
No, 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 no. You're misunderstanding what I'm. If you do that, the circles, the honesty circles, will be in the background. The
Depends
bits
what
and
colour they
blobs.
are.
There you go. Now you're getting it. That's how it's going to come off the plate. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm
Okay.
I'm talking about the bits and blobs would be, or the honesty circles would be first.
Ah, right. Well, we can do that on this one underneath. We can leave this for now and
You're
do that on the one that's underneath.
hmm.
Let's do that. Let's do that. We can let that
Yeah,
dry a
I do
bit more.
too.
And leave it.
I like the money plant circles. I'm liking them. I like the little bits that they're not just circles. They've got little cuts, like little tendrils coming off of them.
They're just the what was on the actual honesty.
Hi,
I'm incredibly
Debbie.
dopey. I just do what I say.
And you went off the plate a bit. Yeah. You're right. I like the circles when they go off the plate a bit or anything.
That's better. That's better. I like that. That's nice. Okay, so we'll put a colour down first. What should we put down first? Copper? Says she, hopefully. Because I've got the coarse copper there, but I've also got a fine one. So iridescent copper light fine. Let's try that.
Well, and again, I don't get the difference. What are you feeling the difference here?
Well, the coarse is coarser. It's a bit more gritty and it's a bit denser. You can see here, a bit denser.
So it's a
Did
bit
I pull that?
heavier in the mica.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And the so the mica is not ground as much.
Exactly. Yes, it's
Of
more
course.
coarsely ground. Yeah.
Okay. And in the
Oh,
fine, the mica is ground quite finely, so it blends in better
yeah.
and further.
Mhm.
Interesting. Oh yeah, see, I could see it now because I remember what you just did. Okay. See, get it. Well, and I guess we'll find out, Evie. Evie says, "Will that change how the next layer over it?" Well,
So we'll put this one down first. There. And we'll put this one down there. Right. And then we'll get some more tissue. If I can get it out without too much trouble. And we're just lifting this off, so we're not really that bothered how well down the tissue is, because it's the final thing that we're interested in. The rest of it is just incidental. If it comes out nice, all well and good. If it doesn't, doesn't really matter.
uh-huh.
So let's see if we can get something. And in that way, the wrinkles don't really matter. They add to it. So that's nice. And that's quite nice as well.
Yes, it is. Yes, that
Very
is.
shiny. I think the finer one gives you more shine as well, because
Yes.
the coarser one is also a bit pinker, I find. But it gives you less shine because it's got more bits in it. So the light bounces off and doesn't reflect so much.
I like both of them.
So what should we do with that?
So you
I
can,
think we'll do this.
well, I was going to say you can continue on with this and get as many pulls as you want, but bottom line is you want to keep the underneath where it is. When you get
Yeah.
all done, the last pull will be pull these up, put the other stencil down, and go over it, right?
Yep.
And you know what? Even then, I don't think that's what I had in mind. Nope.
Oh well. We'll have to try again. We'll have to do a play date and you'll have to explain a bit more.
Okay.
There we are. Now we've got a reason for a play date. Yay!
We don't need a reason.
I know, but gives you something to do.
Yes, she does use the wet carnival paper, Susan. Yes, that's what she's using now. This is the white wet carnival paper.
Yeah. Luckily, I've got some more of it. I was down to my very last few pieces, so I was not really using it for some time. But it is such a good paper for getting in all the little details like this
Yes.
and in the little bits there. And, you know, you get all the little edgy bits.
And that's why I like when you make stencils that have the bigger bits like that. I like that because I don't use tissue paper a lot. I use
Yeah. But
and
it using the bigger shapes, it works
yeah,
quite well on the card as well, which I've got down here.
yep, with the copy paper I do better with the stencils. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, copy paper is a good one, a good replacement for the the tissue for pulling up what you don't really want left down there, which you're trying to get up. Because what you're trying to get is the outlines around the edges. That's what you're going for, and that's what's left on there.
I love that color.
It's not bad, is it? I'm really liking it. That's the quinacridone magenta. Yeah,
It
quinacridone crimson.
Susan said, I just saw that paper on Eddie's channel, so I checked it out. I want it to still look thin like rice paper. Yes, this is the Carnival, wet strength Carnival, and I don't know that it's as thin as rice paper, but if Fran brought it back and held it up, you could see it's quite thin. It's still there's still some transparency.
I think the rice paper can be a little bit more transparent, but I think this is physically a bit thinner.
And not only that, but
the rice paper feels a little bit thicker, but a bit more fragile. The rice paper.
Yes, I was going to say the wet strength carnival paper I think is stronger.
Yes, I do feel that too. Yes. So I'm done collecting Crimson. What's this? Titan buff. Fluorescent. What's this? I haven't used this one. Quinacridone Crimson again. No, I don't think I'll do that. I've just used it on a different make. Iridescent Gold Fine.
So I don't know.
Now, Ultramarine Violet. Yes.
Oh, there you go. I don't know how long you want to go. You're an hour and 25 minutes.
Am I? Oh, right.
Oh, wow.
Lovely, lovely.
Yes, it is.
I was going to do some grasses. I'm not going to have time at this rate. I should have to go and pick some more grass. It's all right. We haven't mowed, so there's plenty out there. I'm going to have to get out there before he gets the mower going, though.
We have...
This weekend, he's going to.
We have grass now, or I'll get it from my neighbors, and we have dandelions. I'm not a person that has to treat my lawn and kill all the dandelions. I like them. So we're probably the only ones, one of two on the block that has dandelions. Everybody else has their treatment come in and drive me nuts.
Now I've got a gap at the top because I'm using a piece of paper now.
Okay.
So I've used this sheet of tissue and just use it to catch that edge.
Here's the thing, you get the stencil with the stencil, the gasket, the money plant. Okay, but I'm looking at it now going, oh, I would cut those circles out and those would be added to ATC cards or journal page. So there's more than, it's not just the stencil.
And they're not just circles, they're slightly different.
Yeah.
They're slightly circular and they've got the little appendages. So if you want the little appendages, you don't have to, you can just cut them out. Or you can just use a punch and punch out just a circle out of the excess copper there in the corner, if you want.
I like that.
No problem. Plenty of choice. After all, I mean, once you've printed it, it's yours.
It's yours.
In fact, even before you've printed it, it's yours. You can make any decision you like about it. Well, time. It's pulling the cardboard off there. Pulling the cardboard off this one. I told you that one was last.
Yeah, I forgot you said that. This isn't the Tyvek. Yep, that's what happened.
That's Tyvek. This is not.
Yep, that's what happened to me, and I was...
That was because I needed the cardboard being thicker to go on the Collagraph plate. So, of course, it's torn a little bit on here.
Yep.
I can take that one off, and I've got a bit of a print on there. So that's a once only trick. So, that one. No, there's the rest of the code.
Yeah, see, that's what happened to me because I used because my stencil wasn't seasoned. In my case, in your case, it's paper.
Yeah, in this case, it's paper. So this one you can see came off much better, leaving these lovely designs behind. So if I had two of those, if I went and turned it on to do another one of those, and I had two of those, I didn't know they're going to be that valuable, you know, otherwise I'd have cut 3 or 4, you know. You don't realise until you try another experiment what's going to happen. Look at the beautiful shapes here. I mean, that's lovely. And you've got slightly different shapes here. Yeah. It's weird. It's wonderful. Weird and wonderful. I like that.
Okay. Anne says, how thick is the Tyvek? It is the Tyvek
105.
that Fran uses is if for the people in the US, you could go to the post office and find the Tyvek envelopes and
It's my 105 GSM.
right. She can say it's 105 GSM, the Tyvek that she buys, and I know you could buy it on Amazon. I don't have that particular link, but I do know that if you use the stuff from the post office, which I have right here in my hand, I believe it's not as thick. I have used it, and I believe it's not as thick, so it
You're
does.
not on camera, dear. Go on
Oh,
camera.
duh. Um, so it's I don't know why my camera went wonky there. Um,
There you go.
so I believe it's not as thick or durable as what she uses. The
Yeah, because it's fairly thick, mine. I mean, it's not thick. If you were holding it in your fingers like this, it's nowhere near as thick as cardboard, as that cardboard was. But it is thicker.
It is usable, but in Fran's case, she can use it over and over and over multiple times. Whereas this
Yeah,
stuff you get at the post office, it's a thin layer of the fiber of the fibers, whatever Tyvek is made of. And
yeah.
I've used it, but it doesn't hold up as long as what Fran does. So I would not.
I haven't had a stencil break up. Not yet. When I'm taking the stencils off the mat, I can see that there is, look, when I try to take it off, if it's stuck down and I'm trying to take it off and it's a fresh mat, strong grip, and I can't really get it up. If I get a knife and go like that at the corner
yeah,
and get the knife in, you can see it can delaminate into two different layers.
right. And
But that doesn't happen when I'm using the stencil. I mean, you can see that there's a tendency to do that, but
right. And the stuff that I have, even if it were two layers, which I don't see here, it's still so very thin. And as if the Tyvek, yours is closer to the weight they use to wrap houses. I come from a family.
yes, I think it is.
I think
it is.
I don't think it's the same. I think what they
No, I don't think it's the same.
is houses
But
even thicker.
I haven't got a hold of I did try to get some from a building firm
Yes.
of the stuff that wraps houses, but I didn't get any because at the time I couldn't afford a huge, great roll, and they wanted to sell me a massive, great, big, thick roll. Huge thing. It was only recently, well, a couple of months ago.
It does.
I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, I invested in a big roll from Amazon.
Yep.
Because I've been using the same stuff from the same firm 3 or 4 times, and I was finding that I was having to reorder, and sometimes I went to reorder, and the little roll I was getting, that they didn't have it. But they did have the bigger one. I sort of hesitated quite a lot, but I'm really glad I went and got the huge, massive, thick roll. It's about that thick on one side. The whole roll's about that thick. So I've got enough to last me a few years now. Even if I was selling it, I'd have enough to last a few years, I reckon. I don't know how big a roll of no, they don't get rolls, do they, Mariah and Patricia? They get sheets, don't they?
I don't know.
I think they get sheets of the Yupo.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's on a roll. I think it is sheets. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the advantages of the roll is that you can cut the exact size you want, and there's very little waste because you just sort of move it over to the other side of the roll to cut a 12 by 12, or to this side of the roll where you've got some little bits to cut a 4 for a little piece. So that's really handy.
So I would say if you use the stuff from the postal service, yes, Patricia says they get it in sheets, right?
Yeah.
If you use the postal envelopes, you'll use them once, but I don't know how many times after that. I guess it depends on how heavy paint.
It seems to be more thready.
It
is.
Because
when I started using Tyvek, I could get a 55 GSM Tyvek and a 75 GSM Tyvek. And I preferred the 75 because the 55 one was, you could see the threads in it. It looked
Right.
so thin. You really could.
That's what I
But the
said here. You
75
could
was
see
better.
the
It's only
five.
later I found out about the 105 GSM, and then I've been really happy with it ever since.
Yeah, I would say it'll, depending on how much paint you use on your plate, how much you let it dry in between. There's variations, but it's really thin, and don't count on it lasting as long as Fran's does.
Mhm. Well, I only ever had one problem with my Tyvek, and that was when I had cut some really tiny bits with really fiddly pieces in it. And I at that time I was washing them all the time. So I put it into a bath of water, and when I'd finished what I was doing, the video or stream or whatever it was, I would then take it to the sink and scrub it with a scrubbing brush. It was good enough to stand up to that. Normally, this one particular time, I had some really tiny little fiddly bits, and I lost one little tiny fiddly bit down the drain, and I didn't realise until much later. But it does clean quite well if you're not too strong with it, and your nail brush is a little soft one. You can clean them really easily. In fact, you can sort of put them in soap and water and just rub them with your fingers to clean them. Easy. But I don't mind letting them build up like this. It's only the ones with the little tiny bits, like Patricia has said. It's only the ones with little tiny holes that you want to print, that you need to keep the paint out of the little tiny holes. You need to keep removing it so that you've got the hole still there.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Anyway, this one has, I think, about dry. Yes, this has dried while we've been waffling on, so that's good. And that other one has dried as well, so we can put the biggie thing over this one now.
That's a good question. Those were good questions, though. I mean, it's nice to know what kind of materials. The mad scientist has used so many.
Yes. The mad scientist has tried it all. Well, wants to try it all, put it that way. Right, so we'll do some more with, whoops, don't you dare. We'll do some gold on top. No, well, gold wanted to join in. That's the Imit one. I don't like that one so much.
Okay. Your camera is too close for your plate. There you go.
Yeah. So,
yes, Anne, you could be the distributor in your spare time. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Has she got spare time?
What was your, yeah, exactly. What was your, I miss Sherry. What did you say? Did I miss it?
Cobalt teal. No.
Camping used under tents. Oh, well, now I'm thinking, what I think of what you would put under tents would be tarp, not Tyvek. I would think that would be a tarp, which is, now y'all got me thinking, because again, I have that beautiful shower curtain that we didn't use that is so sturdy. I bet it would match the weight of Fran's tie. Oh, mad scientist.
It's always worth trying these things.
Well, the thing is I don't know how it would cut on the silhouette, so that would be the test.
Yeah. Well, put a small piece in and try it. And you've only got a little bit to tidy up if it didn't work. Rich transparent red oxide.
Yes, you can melt. I've melted Tyvek for dangles, for journal dangles. Yeah, you can over melt it. You could just, it'll just Fran.
Yes.
There's a message from Patricia. Hi, Mariah.
Yes. Which one do you mean, Patricia? Do you mean this one? Or do you mean one of those?
Spots and blobs.
pot to Mariah. So I
Oh,
think I'll go with the light red oxide and a bit of the yellowish green.
Patricia, they're both going in. They're both going to Mariah, and Mariah can give feedback to Fran if there's anything that needs editing.
Yep,
So,
they're in the Dropbox now, actually. So
oh, they're
I
already
don't
up
know whether.
there. Okay,
Yeah.
Mariah probably hasn't had a chance to get over there, so they're in the Dropbox, Mariah. So you can take a look, see, and then see if Fran needs to do anything, and then Patricia, get your purse out. There you go. Get your wallet ready. or however Mariah charge it makes you pay for it. I don't know if she takes it out in blood or in painting or in money. I don't know.
I think she's got to tidy something up or throw something away.
Oh, I see. Boy, I could go.
Terrible thing to do to an artist.
Look at the colors. Oh my gosh, look at the colors.
It's a bit thick. Might be swamping what's underneath, but we'll see. We're only playing anyway. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yep.
Right. Another piece of that stuff.
Well, we know you're full up, Mariah. So when you can. Yeah. Oh, Mariah takes it out of Peace salary. I see.
He gets a salary.
Uh,
I thought she worked for love.
She works for love. Yes, she works for love. Oh, they're coming up with the whales, the sharks, and the dolphins. Ooh.
Oh, hi. Oh,
Ooh.
I've been in the Dropbox for a while. In fact, I'm not sure if they're still in there. They might have been gone by now.
All right, pass the hat. Pass the hat for Patricia.
Ooh, I can feel this. It's very textural.
I like it. Yeah, I was gonna go with pebbly, but I like spots and blobs better.
Ooh, I think we do that again with another sheet. I've got it all over my hands.
I'm wondering if Patricia is understanding what I'm imagining done with these two stencils that you're not quite getting, but then you're in a different zone right now, so
Yep.
yep, that's
That's
cool
what it is.
too.
Well, just want to get a bit more of that up.
Up. Anne says she got one 12 by 14 clean.
Oh.
No, I think I have a notification, Mariah, that they're blobs and spots, corner scroll, center scroll hearts, and another, yeah, there's 3 blobs and spots.
Oh, no.
And 2, yeah, they're in Dropbox, Mariah.
Yeah.
The money plant one underneath may not be in Dropbox yet. Right,
I
Fran?
did put the spray in. I did put the spray in.
Okay, what I'm seeing is corner scroll. Oh no, there's 2 other things. Hold on. There's 2 other things not showing up. Okay, so they may be in there, Mariah.
This. No, not this. This. No. This one. I haven't actually used yet. You can see it's clean. That's in the Dropbox. This one's in the Dropbox, I think, which is the black. It's called Black Honesty because it's just.
Okay.
And I think that one is in there. And I got a feeling that I put this one in and then thought you wouldn't like it and took it out again. Sorry. But yeah, I think the honesty has given up the ghost a bit there. Probably my fault for using too heavy a paint. I should have used lighter paints or left it for another day to dry a bit more. But we can go back over it with those. We don't have to use the same one that tore over there, but we can use that one over there. I don't know. I think that one was over there. Well, I think I quite like to use that one just to see what happens. So I can use that one in the center even.
Where am I
So
at?
put a bit of that there, and maybe a bit of that over there, just for fun. And let's use a liquidy one. So we'll use India Yellow Hue. Why not? Just for fun. I mean, we're only playing.
Okay, I see Honesty, which is
Honesty spray.
Yep, you've got Honesty. You've got 2 studios and 2 SVGs. Honesty Black and Honesty Open Spray. Very nice.
That's the open spray, that one. So I didn't put that one in. I thought I'd taken that one down again. Red iron oxide, that's the one I was looking for.
And then the other one is
Blobs and Spots.
I'm not seeing that one.
Oh, well.
I'm not. I know it's.
Is it extracts?
Oh, okay. Let me go look there. Yep, that's where it is. Blobs and Spots, the scroll.
Yep. And the
squiggles. Yep. They're all in there.
Playing a game. La 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 la. Isn't it a good job we're recording? I wouldn't have a clue.
You wouldn't remember.
No, I just happily playing, put another one down, having another splot and splash. That's what crafting ought to be, you know, fun. If you want to do it seriously, go right ahead. But I'm just having a bit of fun, relaxing, enjoying myself, forgetting about all the building falling down worries. And
there we go.
Oh, I like this. This is looking nice. I think it's working better that way round. So that's a warning. Don't put too heavy a paint down if you want to leave some pattern on the plate. So I used a lighter high flow on that. So use a thinner paint on the plate if you don't want to pull too much up, and do it quite quickly. I mean, using the iridescent's probably a good idea. Well, that seems to work so far. I like that. That's nice.
It is. It's mappy.
Yeah, and I need to find a way to connect the sprays so that I can have the spray on its own and the whole of the spray. You know what I mean? The holes left behind by the spray as well. So I've got to work on that. At the moment, it's just an impression of a spray, you see?
Exactly.
Just an impression. But we'll leave that there for a bit because the blobbies are staying quite nicely underneath. So let's do another quinacridone crimson. I do like that paint. It's working rather nicely. Oh, look, I've got a painty goober. Treasure, beg your pardon. Paint ring. It's a paint ring.
Which
is all very well when it actually is a ring.
I've been doing this for like over a year now, and I want to know what you're going to do with all those treasures.
That's true. Yes, I need to. Yeah. Well, I need a jar full, a big jar full, and then I can maybe make a mixed media.
Now, here's my question. Tell me this. Can you lay these out, all your little treasures, lay them out, overlapping, touching each other, blah, 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 blah. Send them to P. Yeah. Um, can you lay them all out like on a piece of acetate or something that they won't stick to, wax paper, parchment paper, whatever. Take your heat gun to them and melt them together like crayons. They won't do that, will they?
I think that. Well, I think they might melt a bit, but I don't
Okay.
think they'll melt. Crayons would not into a pool of liquid wax because they're not wax; they're acrylic. So they may melt in a similar way that Tyvek might. Don't know. I haven't tried it. Not sure I want to. I want to use them. I want the little rings so I can make something with them. That's what I want.
Okay. I was just asking.
Yeah. Well, you have a try. You go outside with a heat gun and a paint, and you have a try and tell me what happens.
I had a try at paint pours, and I have skins. I have giant pieces of skins left from the.
Do it on a little paint ring. That's what you were asking.
Yeah, I don't save the.
I haven't got big. So I mean, if you want to tell me what will happen to my little rings, do it on a little ring. See. But if you want to do it to a great big thingy and sort of set fire to your kitchen, I recommend you try it outside instead.
Well, I was going to say you should take it outside. Absolutely. We have, yeah, have a little common sense. We would take it outside, but
do it in summer when you can sort of leave it burning on something and run away.
I don't save the treasures like you do. I like beads and I like to save beads and buttons. I have buttons up. I have a lot of buttons, and I will never have.
I like source material for images. I like that. That's nice. I've got some of the copper or gold or whatever it was. I think it was copper, wasn't it? We started with showing up from the blobs here. Look.
Yep.
Nice. Interesting. Anyway, interesting. I think it might be time.
So for the most part, the spots and blobs are gone.
Mostly, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Except under there.
Well, there's some nice. Yeah, there's some under there.
And there's some under there. So yeah.
The original way I'm thinking of what I would want to do is still holds, would still do better.
I would reckon that what you want would turn out better on a print.
Yes.
Rather than trying to get it all onto the gel plate.
Well, and that's where I said come back with a print already pulled and do it that way. That's
exactly
what I said initially.
Yes, that's why I didn't do anything more.
To that blue one that got ruined.
Right.
Pull that as is.
Yeah. Same with this one. I would pull that one as is. But what will I pull it with? That's what we want to find out.
I mean, you have that blueprint that you already just pulled that the paper stuck to. So what you could do to work with that is to now use that to do a pull of the spots and blobs.
Maybe. I'll think about that one. But what I was thinking in the meantime,
I like paint spray too.
What have I got? I'm thinking that I might use this on a slightly dull piece that I pulled in the last few lines that has not so much going on it. There are a couple like that. I don't know if they're going to be big enough, but I will have a look. So I'll put that aside for later and we'll do with the other one at the moment.
You're 7 minutes from 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll do this and then stop. So we'll set this up. And what will we set it up with? I think how about Payne's Grey and Titan Green Pale?
Oh, that's a combo.
I think that might be nice.
That's a nice combo.
fan of Payne's Grey, so I think that would be good.
The thing, if you come up with a different color, I know how you can do this again.
Really? How?
Just do it again.
So I want Titan Green Pale. Where is the Titan Green Pale? Titan
Now
Buff.
that I haven't seen.
What's that? Payne's Grey. We got one of them. Haha. Good.
There you go. Ooh,
Doesn't I stand
and
see the
Van
top?
Brown. Now,
There's one up there that might be.
I'd like
Well, if you stand up, you can find it. There we go.
I'd like
Let's
to
get the
see
honesty
maybe.
seed out of the way. Payne's Grey and Titan Green Pale. So we'll do a little scatter of this. Got to what shape that's not been used for a while.
I love that Titan green. I really like that.
I had to buy myself a big pot of it because I was worried I was using so much of it. So I did. I'm very pleased with it. I do use it rather a lot, that Titan Green Pale.
Russ wants to know, yeah, kind of do you like that more than you like copper? No.
No, I don't like
No.
anything more than I like copper.
No. Yeah, he's just pulling your chain now.
That's all right. Bell always rings.
Yeah, she knows where you live.
I got your address. Oh, yes.
Wow. First of all, that's a lot of paint.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yep. When it's dripping off the side, pretty sure that's a lot of paint. There you go. But wow. Susan. Well, Susan, all I can tell you is go back and watch Mondays and then the Friday before that and the Wednesday before that and the Monday before that because she's got a lot in the past that's got just as good of stuff as what she's done today, in my opinion.
So I am going to use a sheet of the good stuff for this one because I have
Hi,
a
Colleen.
suspicion.
Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone. She's going to be ending this. This
And
will
hope.
be it. I'm going to stop her.
Bye-bye.
So we'll say
This is going to give me a good pull. So I'm using the really good paper. All right. So it's only that top gap that I'm going to miss.
oh, was it last Friday that I was laughing so much I almost wet myself? It was, to be descriptive, it was laughing. Eddie with his leg. And Eddie's not here today, which is I miss him, but he's probably either off shaving his legs or he's doing a video.
We could be waxing.
So thank you everyone for being here. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the thumbs up and the chat and the visit and everything. We love you. Thank you.
Right. Well, I think we're about finished now. I will turn this over so you can see what we might get. Oh, yes.
We
Yes,
appreciate
I like,
you guys. Thumbs up to you guys.
I like that.
Oh,
I'm just going to grab a tissue from up there and I'm just going to get this irritating little orange thing off. Isopropyl alcohol, that's all that was.
yep. Wow, that's Patricia says adios, amigas.
Adios, amigos.
Ciao, ciao. Good color choices there. Very good color
Like
choice.
it.
I like it. After sitting here watching you with that spots and blobs to see what you finally did with it.
And I like that as well.
Yeah.
I think that's lovely. So let me chop that piece off. If I can find a pair of scissors anywhere.
So this is what I would say. Let that dry. Then go put down your circles on your plate, your money plant on your plate, and use this to pull it.
This here.
Yes.
I don't know. I think I'd like to save that, make another one of those, and use that to pull it.
Okay,
You
but
know?
yet you understand my idea. You want to use a pulled print
Yeah. Well,
to
I
do
have
the
got some
layering,
others. You know?
because the way you did it, you kind of lost some of the details.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So this way, take and make some of these prints ahead of time and then use them to pull the bigger circles, the bigger designs. Nice color choices today. Nice color choices. I like.
Odd choices in some ways.
Well,
All
no,
right.
different. They were a little different. They were nice choices though. Some things to play with, some things to for collage. I could
I
see
do
that.
like this one. I do like this one. I like that one very much. Now that's the one that didn't work in quite the way you meant, I think, but
Right.
I do like it.
I still
It's
like
nice.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean you can also get a jelly plate, put some ink down, paint down on it, put down the spray thing, lift it up, maybe take a light ghost print, a kissy print off it, and then put it down on there and see what you get.
Yeah.
I would think I would use something like I would be tending towards an iridescent or a metallic.
Yeah. Right.
There are quite a few
Right.
metallics.
Well,
So,
I'm looking at the one underneath with the money plant circles. I'm looking at that going, I would scan that and I would shrink that down, and that would be an ATC card all by itself. I would embellish it from there.
what that?
No, the one underneath
That?
that one. Yeah. Look at I love it.
Oh, right. Oh.
I would shrink that down and make it an ATC card or a journal card, a postcard, and
Hmm.
I would embellish it from there. Just by itself,
Yeah.
I like it.
The thing is, what color will it turn out when my printer has finished mucking about with it? Because I'm not impressed with the way my printer prints colors.
Well, I'm highly
Doesn't do a
impressed
great
with mine.
job. Because that's why I gave up on the stickers idea because it just was not producing a
Yeah.
decent result. It just wasn't.
Yep. I agree.
Okay,
Okay,
okay. Well, I think we're done. Are you coming back?
I'm back. I'm coming back.
Here we are. You come back just in time for me to say goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the thumbs up. Coming soon to a PM
Yes,
artist shop near
massive.
you
I've
are
not
these
seen this
doodles, these
before.
stencils from today.
I'm glad you could make it.
Yep.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
Look, I'm all blue. Why am I all blue? Oh, there
See
we
you
are. Now I'm all blue. Okay, here we go. Bye bye. End broadcast. End broadcast.